The scars have scabbed over, etched deep as a reminder of the throne's true cost. Now serving only as a testament to strength, the king is fully recovered. The strength has returned, surging and coiling through every fiber, every muscle. His fists crack together, a sharp crack, ready for a new day of a new order. The other creatures now understand their place. They are fearful, yes, but above all, respectful. They no longer flee when the king walks. The old order has been shattered, and a new one is being firmly established under his rule, acknowledged even by those who once resisted. These colossal skeletons remain here as an eternal, stark message, displayed for all. Transgression will be met with uncompromising death. Amidst the brutality required to seize power, the king also shows mercy. He is a protector, not merely a mindless destroyer. But the oasis is becoming too crowded, the food source dwindling. To protect his subjects, he knows he must expand the borders. Former rivals, the very predators that once challenged him, are now subjugated. They bow low, recognizing the new king's superior strength. A short, sharp roar. It is not one of anger, but one of absolute command. The king begins his march, and for the first time in his reign, he has an army at his back, ready to enforce his will. From his perch above, Zuko watches with palpable anxiety. He does not want to be left behind, does not want to be separated from his only protector. But this is not a simple walk in the jungle. Kong's stern glare commands, "Stay here." Leading his new predators, his new soldiers, Kong moves into the uncharted territory, heading toward the Red Mountains. The conquest officially begins. Back at the oasis, a tense, heavy silence falls. All subjects know their king is walking into the heart of danger. The path is cleared by brute, overwhelming force, while his soldiers stay alert, sniffing out the dangers that lie in wait. He stops suddenly, a foul, unfamiliar scent, and the tracks of a different, unknown kind of hunter. The Allosaurs recognize the signs. They growl. They know all too well they are not the only predators who dominate these lands. But fear has no place in Kong's army, he grunts, urging them forward. They arrive at a vast, red rock canyon, a bountiful land, a land that is very clearly already claimed. A piercing, metallic hiss echoes from the cliffs. Instantly, the herbivores circle up, their shields facing out. They are expecting a familiar enemy, and the enemy reveals itself. 4 red devils, their scales providing near-perfect camouflage against the rock. They hunt as a coordinated pack, using ruthless, efficient tactics to isolate the weakest, cutting it off from the herd's protection. A brutal ram with its thickened skull, a sickening crack, and the prey has no escape. The kill is shockingly swift, a crimson display of lethal, practiced efficiency. Kong witnesses it all. These are not just beasts, they are direct competitors for his crown. But the true ruler has not yet moved. The Alpha emerges, larger, scarred, and bearing a broken horn. The pack is merely its tool. The kill is presented to the leader. The feast only begins on its command. Kong understands instantly. To take this land, the broken-horned beast must die. Discovered. The Alpha smells the intruders, its head snapping toward them. Hiding is no longer an option. The king steps out of the shadows, regally, accepting the challenge of war. Kong's army, though small, stands tall beside him, ready for the territorial war that is about to erupt. The enemy does not back down. 5 red devils form a line, prepared to defend their domain to the death. Facing a horned enemy, Kong arms himself, tearing a dried ancient tree from the earth, a massive, makeshift club. But first, he must test the loyalty of his new army. He roars, ordering them to attack. Obeying the command, the two Allosaurs charge, bravely engaging in a 2 versus 4 impossible battle. The Carnotaurus's power is in its devastating charge. One Allosaur is thrown like a toy, smashing into the canyon wall. The other is quickly overwhelmed, pinned by 2. Loyalty is being tested by overwhelming brute force. The broken-horned Alpha ignores the skirmish. Its target is the enemy leader, the true threat. The charging predator meets primal, immovable strength. Kong swings his massive club. The impact shatters the weapon to splinters. The Alpha is wounded, but its thick hide saved it from being crushed. The weapon is broken. Kong reverts to his original weapons, his bare, devastating fists. Wounded, the Alpha becomes even more frenzied. It lowers its head, committing to a fight to the death. A head-on collision. Its horns strike the old scar, bringing back a familiar, agonizing pain. The Alpha presses its advantage, ramming repeatedly, viciously tearing open the newly healed wounds. Provoked by the pain, driven to rage, Kong seizes the enemy's very own weapon, grabbing its horns. A brutal contest of strength. Kong's muscles straining as he lifts the beast clear off the ground. Meanwhile, the side battle is going poorly. Kong's army is failing, on the verge of collapse. One Allosaur falls, its scream of agony echoing horribly through the canyon. Hearing the cry of his soldier, Kong unleashes his royal rage, slamming the Alpha down. He charges in, intervening immediately. The king does not abandon his loyal subjects. The retribution is instant and horrific. One enemy is torn completely in 2. Witnessing that raw, brutal power, the remaining 3 Carnos feel genuine fear for the first time. Kong motions his wounded soldiers back. This is a fight he will finish himself. The broken-horned Alpha staggers up. It is not yet defeated. Its fury is undiminished. The pack rallies for its leader. The final battle, 1 versus 4. Kong grabs one attacker by the horns, using its body as a weapon to crush another. 2 subordinates are downed in one move. The third hesitates, its courage breaking. Seizing the opening, the Alpha attacks from behind, sinking its teeth deep into Kong's shoulder. Roaring in pain, Kong reaches back, grabbing his enemy by the neck. He uses his incredible strength, flipping the beast over his shoulder and slamming it to the ground. He turns, finishing the third subordinate with a single, skull-shattering punch. Only 2 subordinates remain. They see their defeated leader and their dead pack. They are terrified. Kong ignores the cowards. His eyes are fixed only on the Alpha. The broken-horned Alpha roars, putting all its remaining strength into one desperate, final charge. But this time, Kong uses intelligence. He dodges, letting the enemy's own rage destroy it. A suicidal charge. The Alpha is stunned, its horn now stuck fast in the rock. Trapped and helpless, the old ruler of this canyon is now at the new king's mercy. There is no mercy. Kong snaps its neck, a final, echoing crack. The ruler of the Red Canyon has been dethroned. The last 2 survivors flee, carrying the tale of terror into the shadows. The battle is over. Kong breathes heavily, pulling an enemy tooth from his own shoulder. His 2 wounded Allosaurs approach, bowing low. Their loyalty is now absolute. The king lifts the corpse of the fallen Alpha. This is a trophy. This is a message. He He drags the body to the enemy's main lair, the cave from which it emerged. He throws the corpse down as a warning and roars, claiming his prize, his new land. Nothing dares to challenge him. This territory, and all in it, is now his. The strange Triceratops herd, newly saved, grunts in unison, acknowledging their new protector. He has gained new subjects and a rich land to feed them all. He orders his army home. They have fought well and have earned their rest and recovery. King Kong stands alone, gazing over his newly expanded kingdom. The mission is complete. As twilight falls, the king returns, covered in blood, but it is not all his. Zuko sees the fresh wounds, his deep worry momentarily overcoming his instinctual fear. He reassures the child with a soft grunt. The battle was tiring, but the victory was his. He moves to the waterfall, standing under the cascade, washing away the blood and grime of battle. His soldiers also rest, drinking from the lake, but they keep their distance. The waterfall belongs to the king. Clean, tired, but powerful, Kong walks toward his throne on the cliff. A new order has been established. Predator and prey coexist under his singular protection. He sits and begins the ritual, beating his still bloodied, scarred chest. The sound echoes across the oasis, a booming proclamation to all his subjects. His kingdom has expanded. Kong is not just a protector, he is a conqueror.